Are we live yet? Like, yo, what's good? What's good? W's in chat. I love to see that. All right. This time around, there's a bit of a specialty here. You know, if you have the best beat, you get a special role in the server. This is pretty straightforward. You get a special role in the server, and you get my most recent kit for free. The community's gonna vote on it too, pretty much. So let's get right into it, huh? Yeah, everything looks good. Let's go. We got Saint Zark to be first. He really wanted to be first. He was desperate. Sometimes he's down bad. It's okay. Let's get right into it. Yo, that's hard. My only issue is the chord progression and like the melody initially sounds like some like 1990s, 80s type of vibe. It sounds like some Michael Jackson type stuff at first. I was just kind of weirded out, and then the drop was really hard, and the weird like guitar melody that you had in there, it was really cool. But other than that, you know, like I was iffy on the melody.
The Saint.
All right. So this is the perfect time to explain. So the way the voting is going to work is I'm going to come across some good ones. I'm going to pin the good ones, and at the end of the stream, everyone's going to get to vote on which ones they think are the best. This is going to be one of them. This Angel one here. This one, we're iffy on. The electric guitar saved it, like Oren said. That was so hard. I have no complaints. Kind of got weird with like the little DJ scratch kind of sound vibe you had going on there, but it was a cool weird. Yeah, it was good. It was good snoozing.
The Saint.
It's cool. It gets a little too repetitive, it feels like, after a little bit. It's hard. It may be a bit too compressed. Like, I know that was kind of your intention, but you know, I'm iffy on it. It was good. It was very good though. Okay? I won't lie to you. This man bought like flstudio 2 days ago, basically. Ridiculous. It sounds like a sample, so we're gonna skip it. No samples, because I'll get a copyright strike.
Nexus.
Hey, yo, pause. I just yeah, thank you, Warren. So the acapellas from Looperman. Okay, we're good. My bad. My bad. I'm in a rush. We got a lot of submissions to get through. I'll listen to it.
It's torture without you. And I can't stand on both my feet. I've been beat. I need you. 'Cause on the golden throne, I'll deep in bloody crowns. It always seems to come back around to you.
Yeah, I won't lie. The vocal, like the acapella, at some parts, kind of sounds like it's like not really fully in key. Like it's kind of off by like maybe a little bit. Um, the drums just aren't hitting. You need to mix them a bit better. Maybe use better drum samples. The drum samples didn't sound too good. The patterns were fine. Like everything was fine. It was mostly just sorry, I got something in my eye. It was mostly just the mixing on the drums. It sounded like at some points too the kick and the 808 were clashing. And that can be fixed with some like EQ slotting or just phase aligning with the reversing the polarity. Valid. All right, so let's give Nexus a shot here.
Nexus.
You know, the drums are hard. Like those drums are actually clean as well, I can't really swear it's YouTube, but those drums are hard. I like the drums. I think the melody's a little too plain. Like you got a very basic melody. It's a little too repetitive way too quickly. Feel free to mix it up. Like add more going on in there. We got Empty Demon too now.
Fuck everybody at, bro. This shit empty.
You know, I like the whatchamacalled? I like the melody, but it's like a little weird. The drums are cool. It just doesn't really do it for me. You know, it's good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not it for me at the same time. Does that make sense? Also, the Cody thing, that was like completely a joke. He liked my tweet and that was it. We're not homies. We don't know each other. This is cool. Oops. This is cool, but I think the melody is just outdated. Like it feels like the melody would have been great in 2006, 2008. You know, this is like borderline something that you would hear Crazy Frog on, you know? The drums are fine. Like it's pretty basic. You use a good amount of perks. Like your perks are good. You got some good stuff going on in there. It's just the melody really holds it back. I thought Empty Demon posted this. Yo, this man here, probably Ice. He needs to get a profile picture. I'm gonna time him out if he doesn't have a profile picture by tomorrow.
Probably maintenance.
Yo, I have absolutely nothing negative to say. Like this is good. We're gonna throw this into the voting. It's good. I have nothing negative to say. It's good. The drums are hard. The melody's good. Everything is good. It's got good variation. It's clean. Oh, you submitted some more too.
Probably maintenance.
Yeah, I'm a lot more iffy on this one. I don't really like the melody or the drums a whole lot. I don't know, the lead just kind of sounds weird at times to me. The drums, they just don't feel like they're mixed as good as they could be. I don't know. It just doesn't sound as good as what you had before. Yo.mp3. This is cool. But I wouldn't put it past cool. Like the melody's okay-ish. The drums are mixed nicely. The mix is the best part, honestly. The mix is hard. But yeah, someone said it very well. Default sounds. It sounds very default. There's nothing really like it's nothing special just because it sounds very just default generic. But it's still like it's solid. Stock sounds. It's good. The melody's good. The melody's fine. I have no issues with the melody. My issues are with the drums. They're really just not hitting. Like this is a future beat. The drums just aren't hitting. It's good, but the drums just don't hit enough. I wish the drums hit more. I don't know who any of these artists are, but I'm here for it. Cause snoozing. Oh, that's not snoozing. Never mind. I'm not here for it. It's not snoozing. I mean, it's solid. The drums are good. Actually kind of like this one a lot, so I'm gonna throw it in. I just think the melody gets a bit repetitive, so it's probably, in my opinion, one of the weaker candidates for voting, personally, but it's good. It's hard. It do get hard. Okay, we got some little peep. We got Lil Peep from Sheep Beats. That's a lot of rhyming there, but okay. I don't really like that accent snare. I think the melody is a little basic. Like it's repeating too much. You don't have much going on with the melody, and I don't really like the drums. Like there's no 808 there at least. Um, I'm not a big fan. Like the drums don't even really hit. Like the kick doesn't hit as hard as I'd like. I would use a different kick sample. The hi-hats are a bit too quiet in my opinion, but that's just me. We got some bass house.
One, two, three.
I thought it was gonna drop. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed. I'm good. How are you? You know, it's actually like really hard, but it isn't as hard as the build made me expect it to be. So I'm a little let down. I got edged. Yeah, I for real got edged there. Like I thought it was gonna drop sooner and harder, and then when it dropped, I was a little disappointed. You gotta like clean out that drop, or not clean it out, clean it up, I guess, because you have a lot of good elements. The mix is fine, the melodies are good. Just make it harder. You can never be too hard. That's probably the best quote you'll ever hear.
Nexus.
You know, It's weird because the first one that Nexus submitted, the melody was a little too basic. The melody here is a little bit better. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The melody here is a lot better in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of the bell melody that you have going on in the background. Like the bell counter melody, I mean. And the drums here, like they're kind of clashing with the 808. Like you got too much low end in the melody that's taking up space that the 808 should be in, so it's kind of getting a little messy. But I don't like the drums as much as in this one as I did compared to your previous one. Like the drum mix just isn't as good.
QBT beats.
Why'd you do me like that? You had a really gorgeous melody. I have some complaints with the melody, like the guitar. I know exactly what you did. You definitely used like Electric Sunburst Deluxe or a similar guitar VST. And there's like an option, I forget what it's called, but it basically like it makes a certain sound and you put it at like the wrong moment because it's supposed to be played with the MIDI notes like at the same time, and it adds an effect. It adds some kind of automation to the guitar. And then you put it when the guitar wasn't playing, but it kind of got weird and it didn't really sound good and it just didn't really work. And the drums, oh my goodness, they weren't it. They weren't it. The drums were not it. I don't know where you got those drum samples or what you did to them. If you did something to them, stop doing that. Wherever you got those drums from, don't ever get drums from there again. They were not it. The drums ruined it, genuinely speaking. Like, those drums were not it. The melody was gorgeous. I loved the melody. Like, I had a few small complaints, but the drums just, nah. This is like another instance of the melody being great, but the drums just not being there. And I think a big part of it comes down to you have this 808. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but the 808's just so quietly in the background that you can hardly hear it, and the kick is just so in the front, that it kind of just overpowers the entire beat, and it's like that's all that's really there. The hi-hats are okay. The accent snare is a bit wonky, but great melody. The 808 was just like not even there. It was super quiet. We got Ricky again. Ricky, don't let me down. Please don't let me down. You know what I'm gonna give Ricky credit here for? This man will create these gorgeous beats. Like this is a bass house. I don't really personally listen to bass house. I'll be honest with you, the majority of the bass house music I've ever listened to in my life probably came from I used to go to this like hair salon where I'd get my hair permed and they would always play this type of music. And genuinely speaking, this would probably be better than what they're playing. But I didn't really get into the drop of this one either. You know, the energy died down more after the drop. Like I liked the rise. The rise on this was better. The build, I mean, not the rise. The build on this was way better. The drop, you gotta improve your drops, Ricky. If you got those fire drops, you're winning 10 out of 10 times in my life. I would wake up and praise Ricky because that's crazy. I need to learn from this man.
Come back, AGP.
All right, so I got a few issues, three big points. First point is that it took way too long for the drums to come in. It was like 50 seconds, and then the drums finally came in. I'm only doing like 45 seconds to a minute for each beat. I almost didn't get to the drums. I got 10 seconds of the drums. My second point, the hi-hats are a bit too loud. Like you're doing the typical plug hat pattern. Too loud. They're too loud. Also, randomize the velocities a bit more. And then my third point is you're treating like the 808 pattern like it's like a Juice World type beat. You need to treat it more like a plug beat. So have a bit more sparse 808s. You don't need to have them going as much as they are. This is your first R&B beat. Let's hear it.
Come back, AGP.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you were going for R&B or plug-and-B, but like this is like a weird mixture of the two. I'm sorry to say this, I hate the kick sample. The kick sample sounds goofy to me. The snare sounds okay, but like the pattern you have for the drums kind of gets a little repetitive, and I would maybe change it up a bit more. We got some alien trap too. Yeah, this man just like I just realized he just like, yeah, this first R&B is same file name.
Come back, AGP.
I'm a bit iffy on the melody. Like some, I think Orange said this. I don't really think this fits into the genre, like the alien trap genre. However, I don't dislike the melody. Like I don't love it, but I don't hate it. You know, it's like in a weird spot where like the mix could be better, maybe the sound selection could be better, the patterns are okay-ish. Um, the drums are iffy. The tag's fire. I like your tag, but the drums are iffy for me. We got Starborn. I love Starborn. This man, I have too much to say about Starborn. He sent me MIDI. They're all fire. That'll summarize it.
Open your eyes, Otis. Look at the world. It's either you or them.
Once it finally dropped, that was probably one of the hardest things I've heard today. Um, I didn't love the build, but I'm okay with it. It got a little weird. Yeah, definitely what you're saying. Um, it's good though. It's very good. It's very good. I feel like the build was a little wonky at first, but damn.
They told me where to find you. Mickey. Forgive me.
No more!
Yo, Starborn's talented. This one, in my opinion, isn't as good as the first one. Yeah, we'll give it the Troy spicy face. We'll throw them all in. This one's not as good as the first one, in my opinion. I didn't like it hit, it dropped, and then it didn't come back when I'd expect it to. It was good, but it could have been better. I also really love the WoW Vox from Fairy Tail. This dude got sweat in his name. It's cool. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward. It's vibey. It's very chill. The little like tambourine shaker sound thing is nice, but a little weird. Like I'd maybe use a different one, but I like the idea there. My biggest complaint is just it's very basic. Like there's not much going on. I could hear someone being like, "Yo, lyrical, spiritual miracle" on that. It's cool, but it has kind of the same issue. It's just very repetitive, very basic. I would really encourage you to maybe mix some things up. Go a little crazier with your drums. Like, spice things up, you know? Don't just repeat the same 2 bars over and over again. Get a little creative. I'm gonna be honest. Personally, I don't like that really high pitched lead. I never have. That's just my personal thing. I know it is kind of popular to some degree. The vinyl crackle I felt was a bit too loud, and it kind of suffers that same thing of being a little too repetitive. But this one's a bit less repetitive, which is good. Let's keep it moving. We got Zach Rollins. That's kind of a weird name. No offense. And Ken Carson Yeet Beat. I've been making a lot of rage lately. Like melodies, not really rage beats, more so just rage melodies. I don't really like the melody on this one a whole lot. I feel like I don't really like the synth you used for the chords. I didn't really like the leads. I just didn't really like the sound selection mainly for it. And I feel like the drums definitely could have hit a bit harder. They're a bit not as hard as I'd like. Yo, we got Chuck the producer. Chuck is actually 9 months old, by the way. Yo, we can't listen to Chuck's beat. Got taken down and got some copyrights. All right. Sorry, Chuck. That's kind of funny though. That's sad. Man's beat got taken down. So there's like some weird low notes you have going on here. Like you have like some weird low, I think it's your snare or your clap that plays like a weird note that just kind of sounds weird. Your 808 goes a little too low at sometimes. And I think the mix could be cleaned up a bit. So we got Chuck again. Pray for Chuck. Let's hope this one actually didn't get taken down. Yeah, I think my biggest complaint's the 808. I don't really like the 808. It kind of sounds, I don't know, it's like weird in the mix. Like it sits weird in the mix. Like it's not really muddy, but it's kind of muddy. It sounds like it's overlapping itself, but it's not overlapping itself. I don't know how to explain it. It just kind of sounds weird. The whole thing's also really quiet, so just mix that louder. Maybe clean up the 808. Use a different 808 potentially. Someone rapped on this one. Yo, the Wizard King. This man definitely got inspired by Black Clover.
Heard your music Monday, switch it up, gun gang. Don't give no fights, okay? You won't fight, no way. They like Paul, you so great. Every day with home, man. Now they fucking won't stay. You away from me. I don't believe in God, but please pray for me. Demon in my conscience, he stays with me. I don't know the ganja.
You know, okay, I kind of like the yeah, but I don't love his voice. I think he could clean up his voice. The mixing's really off, I think. Like, his voice is way too loud in the mix. Definitely trippy inspired. I feel like it could be cleaned up. The beat kind of leaves a little bit to be desired. Yeah, we got some Bob Raja, but I feel like, I don't know, did you spell it wrong? Or Bob Raja's the GOAT.
Come back, AGP.
Yeah, we chill ups all the time though. Yeah, we got the watch on my wrist though. We gon' watch this shit glitz, bro. Yeah, lost my bro to the system. Yeah, and I watched him fall from grace. He thought he had it all. Now for him, I got a ball. Spend the 50 at the mall. We gon' kill these people if they try to defeat all of my progression.
Bob Raja aside, this is probably the best AGP beat we heard today. This beat's kind of clean. I feel like it's simple, but it's like a good simple. Y'all heard it here first. Bob Raja is getting better. I miss the old Bob Raja. You know, I know Vale. Vale's a homie. The melody on this is good, but the high frequencies are a bit much. Like, I would probably turn them down a bit. The drums are a little bit too quiet, like they're sitting a little bit behind in the mix. I would use a different kick sample. The kick kind of also sounds like it's clashing with the 808. Could be a phase issue or just EQ slotting. But I'd mainly just use a different kick sample and then turn up the drums or just turn down like the melody. But other than that, it's definitely fire. Yeah, we got Saint Zark again. We gonna ban him.
Crusade.
The Saint.
You know what? I hold Saint Zark personally to a higher standard. Also, thank you, It's Wither. The MIDI kit changed everyone's life, if you really ask me personally. However, I hold Saint Zark to a higher standard, especially when he's making drill. And he's done a lot better, in my personal opinion. It's good, it's not bad. There's one 808 note that kind of sounds a little weird. But you've done better. I expect better. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yo, what? I have a question. What is this type of beat? Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare type beat? What? What? Who raps on that?
Exotic butters. Exotic butters.
I don't really know what to say. The vocal you have in there, I don't know if that's your tag that you decide to put everywhere or what. Sounds really weird. The melody the melody kind of like, you have these chords that are playing in the background and they have like a weird inspirational vibe to them. And then you have like these like sounds that are just like very like jump scare spooky sounds that just kind of sound weird, like with the chords. And then you have these drums that are just not really hitting as much as you would want your drums to hit. So yeah, that's my analysis, I guess. We got Orin. I don't know how I feel about Orin. Yo, Chuck, I know you said you posted the beats audio. If YouTube took it down once and then I put it in stream, they're gonna take it down twice. I don't want to get taken down personally.
Really don't have any more time.
I don't know. I hold Orin to a higher standard. I just gave the whole speech about Saint Zark. I hold Orin to a higher standard, especially when there's drill going on. And it sounds like you've been away from drill for a little too long. Because your drill, this is definitely not your best drill beat. The whole mix is a little quiet. It's a little basic. Oh, I bit my tongue. It's a little basic. Damn, that hurts. You've done better. You've done better. And I like to see when you do better. Also, this is probably the first stream where Saint Zark hasn't said that this is his best beat yet, so that's W.
Really don't have any more time for
One day they gon' know.
This is how I know Orin's been away from drill a little too long. I think this is better than his drill beat. And I think the 808 on it is a little bit too quiet, but the mix is better. Overall, the whole mix is kind of quiet too. I'd turn it up a bit. Yo, y'all talk a lot. Y'all be talking too much. No, I'm kidding. Yo, anyone want to try to pronounce that?
Now, if you had a treasure, where would you hide it?
I've heard this chord progression a billion times. This exact one. And I know I like to reuse chord progressions, but I've heard this like in a sample. So I'm gonna skip this just because it sounds like it's a sample. Because I've heard it a million times. Yo, drill lo-fi. I've seen it done before, so you know what? Power to you. I'm really confused. The melody, like, I don't know how to word this. The melody sounds like it should be in a video game. Initially, like, the initial melody sounds fine. You have, like, a weird clap build that you'll see in a lot of, like, club type of trap songs. And then it drops into, like, this really weird section. Like, the drop is hard. I like the, well, not the drop. The build is hard. I like the build. If it was on, like, a different beat. But then it drops into like this really weird section where something's extremely dissonant and it just kind of sounds off. It's confusing. I don't really think it fits into drill or lo-fi. It's confusing, the mashup you've done here. There's a lot of good components and there's some bad ones, and none of them necessarily work together as much as I'd like them to. But you could take them and apply them to other things and it would work a lot better. Don't listen to Chuck. He submitted a song that's copyrighted or something.
Troy, you are not crazy.
It was hard. I'm assuming this is Glow. It's pretty good. My only complaint is I really don't like the 808 slide. And the 808 slide happens a little bit too much. This one's called Slide. Slide, my bad. This one's called Slide. So let's see.
Troy, you are not crazy.
Yeah, I really like the melody on this. I'm assuming AJ made the melody. AJ, if you're here, please confirm. The melody's really cool on this. I think the drums are a little iffy. Like the 808, it sounds like it's playing some notes that I don't really like. And it goes a little bit too low, I think. Also, Saint Zark, what's this game called? What's this game called? Because you used to have a profile picture from this game. I didn't know you're a fan of it. Whatever it's called, Clash Royale or something like that. This one's his best one. Let's give it a good chance. Yo, Clash Royale. Yeah, Saint Zark's a Clash Royale fan. I never knew that until today because I didn't know the name of the game. What is the pop sound at the beginning? Is that like a kick? You know what? I will say this is 1,000,000% video game music. Like I could totally hear this in a video game. It's good. It's really good. The mix is fine. The weird pop at the beginning is my only really big complaint. I'm throwing it into the voting. It is probably the best one you've submitted so far because you've submitted 2. But it's you like video game music, I'm imagining. Yeah, these are some of the server emotes. Good job, Saint Zark. Pat yourself on the back. Yep, you put them in chat. Good job. This is a beat which you made. rlybeats beat. Yo, rlybeats beat. Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. And 10. Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. Was good, rlybeats here.
Here's the full thing.
Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. Was good, y'all. rlybeats here.
Here's the full thing.
Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. 1 1 6 6 7 progression 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 here.
Here's the full thing.
That's good. That's amazing. I think the part where it drops could be a bit harder. I'll play it again, like the drop part. Was good. Was good, y'all. 7.
Here's the full thing.
Was good, y'all. Like right there, I feel like it should have dropped harder. Congrats to you. What? Start it from the top. If y'all want, it's in the server. You can listen to it anytime. Was good, y'all. rlybeats here. And 10. I like that intro. We have to move on because there are other submissions and we want to respect everyone's time. We got some more Alien Trap. Yo, Alien Trap's growing in popularity, isn't it? I feel like this is like a troll. Yeah. Yo, we got a lot of. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that was a troll.
Come back, AGP.
This man resubmitted his own beat. All right. Cool beats. I mean, this is cool. It's just ridiculously quiet. Mix your beats louder. I don't know why you got this so quiet. Turn it up. We want to hear it. We don't want to listen to it on mute. Realistically, it was so quiet I couldn't get a good gauge for the whole beat. Also, you have two more, so I hope they're not all that quiet. So it really sounds like you have the age-old issue of your drums are just way too quiet. The melody here is fine. Like, the melody volume is okay, I guess. The drums are just so absurdly quiet that it's like, why even have them at that point? Turn your drums up. You got to make them hard, too. And, like, you have really quiet drums, they're not going to be hard. Same kind of issue. The melody here, though, is really quiet. Like, your whole beat is just super quiet. Your 808 should be a bit louder. This one's okay, but turn it up. I like the 808 you used here. I know someone asked about time issues. This dude submitted a 5-minute beat. So if it's fire, like if the first 45 seconds of your beat are fire, we'll play more. I will give you more time. But if the first like 30 seconds are complete doo-doo, I'm sorry, we don't have time to listen to everything that could be, you know.
Yo, shut the fuck up, Arrows.
See, I really like the melody, like there's some good stuff going on there, but the 808 really just ruins it. Like I don't like the 808 you used. I would definitely use a different 808 sample. And I think if you did, it would be a lot better. We go to Arrow now. Little baby type.
Hey, Arrow, you crazy?
Yo, Arrow, this is hard. You really outdid yourself this time. I think you've gotten a lot better since you first entered the server. I remember Arrow's initial beats, they were not anywhere near this. This man struggled to learn how to make his 808s hit, and your 808s hit. I like that. My one complaint though is you have like this little roll for your 808, and the roll kind of sounds weird. Like just the pattern of the roll, it sounds a little weird to me. And the way it ends too, like when it goes into the verse and the 808 stops playing, it sounds a little weird. Like I would cut it at that point. You know, like just have the 808 full cut. Yeah, where's Arrow? It might be past his bedtime, you never know. Also, shout out to Gunna. Man's finally free. That's a W.
Hey, Arrow, you crazy?
You know what? I'm judging these based on what you're saying here, that this is a little baby type beat, this is a Gunna type beat. I think for a Gunna type beat, you're doing a little too much with the 808. It's hard, like the drums are hard, maybe a little bit too much, like I'm saying, with the 808. The melody's hard, it's all good. It's just you're doing a little too much for a Gunna type beat. I gotta scratch my arm. Mistake? I already said hey. What's good? Yo, Oren, if you have 9 submissions, I'm gonna have to make you no longer an admin and banish you to the Shadow Realm.
Troy, you are not crazy.
There's a lot of good things here, like the melody's really cool. However, the drums are doing a little bit too much. Like I find the kick also kind of weirdly overlaps with the 808. I don't really like the kick. I would just remove the kick straight out. The drums are, other than that would probably free up a lot of space. They're fine other than that for the most part, but at sometimes it feels like a little bit too much. It's a little overwhelming.
Troy, you are not crazy.
This is like hard, but in a weird way. Like I don't really like that like guitar sound that comes in. But I really liked it up until that point. Like I thought that was fire. I also like your tag. Is that a new tag? Also, what happened to your submission? Could you, I don't know if you're here. Eros, if you're here, could you like resubmit it? Because if I open up links, it messes up my stream for some reason. And I would like to listen to it personally. Let me see if it's like that for any others. Nah. That's so weird. Also, the 808 was not off key, it was just playing a non-bass note or non-root note of the chord at some points. So we need to stop this, okay? You guys are gonna make me do this rant again. We need to stop saying an 808's out of key when it's not out of key. When it's out of key, it'll be very obvious. You could play a non-chord note, and it'll be a bit obvious, and you'll probably think that's out of key. And it could play a chord note that's not the bass note, and you'll think it's out of key because it could sound weird. It could not sound weird, you know? But let's learn the difference, because there's a big difference. You can play a non-chord note that's in key, and it could work. It happens in drill all the time. You could play a chord note that's in key, and it could work. It happens all the time. The melody's really basic, the drums are just not it. It sounds like you're using somatic samples almost. Yeah, I like the honesty. This man belongs. Veggie is ready. This is like weird, but a hard weird. But at the same time, like the drums are not it. Like they're not hitting as much as I'd like. Did someone just delete something? God damn. But the drums, they're just like, there's not enough space for them. The melody's taking up too much space. I would maybe clear out some low end from the melody. I would also probably speed it up a bit. It feels a little bit slow. We got another one with MT Demon. Yo, shout out to MT Demon for just collaborating with people. That's sick.
Where the fuck everybody at, bro? This shit empty.
Yo, I think the melody's okay. It's a little bit on the basic side at times. The 808's solid. I like the 808 pattern. I feel like the snare is just absurdly loud. Like that snare is ear-piercingly loud. Quavo Vox is okay. I think, yeah, that's probably my big things for there. I'm not gonna lie, like this was gonna be hard, but then your 808 decided to have like an aneurysm with the slides. Like it was a little bit too much. Relax on it a bit. You don't need to go too crazy. Like you went way too crazy. Someone said this sounds like all drill beats ever made in one beat. You got a lot of slides going on, a little bit too much, you know? Think about it like this, you know, you got like a playground. When you're a kid, you go to a playground, you don't want to see nothing but slides at the playground. You know, you want to see maybe a handful of slides at most, and you want to see like monkey bars and everything else. You got nothing but slides at your playground. Dude, this artwork kind of wonky. I'm gonna dock points for the artwork. Yo, one of the 808 notes just kind of sounds weird. I feel like it was like the first 808 note just sounded weird. The drums are okay. Like I like the samples you used for them. Melody's okay. I like the perk you used with like the little laser beam. But it felt a little basic. Like it was missing something. There could have been more. It's also like pretty long. Yo, this is really spacious. I like it. Arrow said to check the recent chat, so I'm assuming he resubmitted the one that was there before. You guys submit too many beats. We need to chill. No more beat submission. No, I'm kidding. Where is it? Here. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's listen to this one.
Yo, shut the fuck up, Arrow.
this one's hard. I just think the only issue is the mix is just really quiet, and the hi-hat sample I'm not crazy about, but this one's good. I would turn it up. Let's go back to where we were at. This is gonna be a lot of scrolling, so bear with me. Damn. Yo, I gotta go through all of these. I'm kidding. We're close. We're close, I think. I don't think we're close. I take it back. What's good, Arrow? How you doing? Sheesh. Yeah, this one's gonna get skipped because you didn't read the rules. You replied to them, and then you broke them. Nice. I'm gonna give that a thumbs down. Yo, we going. Wow. Yo, y'all really showed out today. Jeez, yo, I'm gonna be here for 2 days. Okay, we're back. Phew, I'm gonna be here for so long reviewing these. You know what? I think your melody's like half a decibel too quiet, maybe a full decibel too quiet. The hi-hats are probably like the opposite, like maybe half a decibel too loud or a full decibel too loud. I would also probably use a different hi-hat sample. The 808's fine. I think the roll on the 808 kind of sounds weird. I would turn that down, like the velocity of that down a bit more. But other than that, it's pretty good. We got some backseat. Backseat what? What's going on in the backseat? Yeah, I really like the melody and the hi-hat pattern on this. I do agree with you that the 808 doesn't sound as good as it could. And I really think that kind of comes down to a sample issue here. I would have used a different 808 sample. Benjamin Prod. Yo, take care, Snoozin'. I love you, bro. You're a homie since day one. The snare's way too loud. Melody's okay. 808's pretty... I think the 808's probably the best part. Yo, this is too loud. It's just your melody's way too loud. Like the drums are fine. It's just the melody's so loud they're overlapping everything. Also, why is your beat almost 6 minutes long? This doesn't need to be Stairway to Heaven.
Hell, Jamie, turn it up, boy. Turn it up, boy.
You know what? I actually love this melody. Like I think this is one of my favorite melodies. Like all the way around, everything in it is good. The hi-hat pattern, my bad. The hi-hat pattern's good. The 808's where it kind of falls off. The 808 and the kick don't really mesh well together. And it sounds like it's a sample issue. I'd use a different sample for the kick. Probably a different sample for the 808. I would probably use a longer 808. Yeah. Benjamin, turn it up. Melody on this is like really basic, and I guess that's okay. Like, I have like a personal gripe with people who just perceive trap to be like excruciatingly basic melodies. Like, yeah, you can make pretty basic melodies and they'll sound good, but there's like a level to where it needs to be basic but complex at the same time. If that makes any sense. And this falls more so on the basic side. I also think the 808's way too quiet. I feel like the mix was just kind of off overall. It sounded like it was kind of overmixed. I think this kind of falls under a similar point. And that would more so be that it's simple for funk. Like this is a little too simple for funk. It sounds like it's been done before, you know? And it kind of sounds exactly like another funk song that just has been done before, but you added like a note. That's kind of how this one sounds. I mean, the melody's cool. The weird popping snare sound you have there kind of sounds weird. The kick is a little bit too quiet. That's pretty much like there's not too much I can really comment on since those are like the only components there. Random cool beat. This one's kind of weird because you have like some plug stuff going on. I don't know. I'm confused by this. Like your hi-hat's doing too much. Your 808's okay. The melody's kind of weird but mixed poorly. Like some of the melodic components are really drowned out. The perk sounds are drowned out. It just I'm confused by it.
Little better run that shit bird.
Really don't have any more time.
I love the melody. Melody's good. The hi-hat is a little bit quiet, and I would have probably used a different hi-hat sample. I don't know if you layered a kick with the 808 or if it's just the 808, but the sample sounds kind of weird, and it just doesn't sound as good as I'd like it to. I'll let you know what I think about the mixing on this. I genuinely don't like the mix on this. Your kick is like weirdly meshing with the 808. They don't really mesh well. Your 808's really quiet. The melody has some like weird stuff going on. But yeah, my biggest complaint is with the kick and the 808. Also, I don't like the kick sample. I like what you did with this. Like, you have some cool stuff going on. I think there does come to be a melody issue here because it sounds like you're mixing the drums like they're trap drums, but they're not. And I feel like you could definitely turn them down, have them sit more in the beat and less over top of the beat. Other than that, like, I would put this in the voting if that was changed.
What you doing, Amos?
Yeah, someone said this. The chords are just too long. Like, this is good. Everything's fine here. The drums are hard. The chords are just way too long. I see what you were going for. It's just shorten your chords. They don't need to be that long. I feel like this one's solid. It feels like the kick and the 808 don't really mesh the way, like, this seems to be a theme for this little stretch here, but the kick and the 808 don't really mesh too well. And I think that mostly has to do with the volume. Like, the kick is really turned up, the 808's turned down a bit too much, so just like clean that up a bit. Yeah, the kick is hitting, but it's hitting a little too much. Little shine. You know, you had me until the 808 did that slide. I'm still gonna put it in the voting because it is good. Like, I do like it, but I have some complaints and I have some things I like, you know? By the way, the voting will be in the Discord server. Let's see. We got this dude. I don't even know how to say your name.
Hey, Dyer, this some fire.
I like the guitar melody. I think the 808's doing a little bit too much. Like, give some room to breathe a bit. Other than that, like, it's good. The mix is fine. There's like a weird counter melody in there that's a little bit, like, I wanted to hear more from it, if that makes any sense. Too late.
What you doing, Amos?
Yeah, don't worry. We timed the dude out. I don't know what his issue was. If he comes back, we'll just ban him or whatever. Um, I love the guitar melody. I think the kick might need a little bit of cleaning up, but I can't complain too much. It's good. It's good. I pinned it for a reason. Yeah, I like it when y'all talk and I scroll through. Oh yeah, this one got removed because oh, I see you tried updating it. Bro, you already got caught. No, you didn't update it. Never mind. Yeah, no, you did. You got caught. Don't worry. You got caught. You break the rules, you can't continue. It's not how it works. I'm sorry.
And
Yo, Panda, I don't know if I'm biased because you are a homie. Yo, thank you for the donation. I think that's what it's called. Thank you for that though. I appreciate it. You are a homie. I am going to pin these. However, I want to say I feel like you sidechained. I don't know if you sidechained to the melody, but it sounds like you did a little bit too much because the melody just kind of fades away a little bit too much. I want to hear all three because I know they're all going to be heat. I know you make heat. I just want to know which one's going to get entered into the voting.
and
You're not going to make this easy for me. These are both hard so far. I have no complaints on this one. But I do think this one's a little more spicy, if that makes sense. You can clip your 808s too. It doesn't only have to be the kick that can clips. We need to run a poll because one of these three has to go into voting. I feel like it's not fair if I put all three. So we're going to have to run a poll. How do you make a poll on here? I don't know. I've never done this before. How does this work? Does anyone know? What is this? I know you can do it. How does this work? You almost ended stream by accident. Let's go. Okay. Which I don't know how to type. Which Ayo Panda beat gets added? All right. Can I do more than? Yeah, I can do more. The Lil Uzi one. We got Lil Uzi. We got the Polo G. And we got the Juice WRLD one. All right. Let's see the poll. All right. We can see the poll live. By the way, I have a mini kit out now that you can get at this link. It's pinned. Why is my chat so late? I don't know. Can I see like the poll results? We got 17 votes. We'll give it like a minute, I guess. It's tied right now. We need some more votes. Press more life, then press ban. All right, it looks like the people have spoken. Are they in order? Is what in order? Yeah, they're in order. All right, we're going to end the poll here. It seems decisive at this point in time. All right, poll's done. It seems like a decisive victory. Yeah. Decisive victory for the Uzi beat. Easy. We keep it moving. Submission number 2.
Little better run that shit back.
So I'm a little confused. Jeez, yo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm confused though because I don't know if this is just me, but this sounds like a melody I've made. But at the same time, it sounds like the sound selection is different. Maybe I just don't remember it. Lid, are you here to confirm? I hope Lid is here to confirm. I think some of the slides are a little bit weird though. Like some of the slides are just kind of weird. That's kind of it. I wish Lid was here to confirm because that genuinely sounds like one of the melodies I've made before.
What you doing, Amos?
I'm throwing this into voting. I really like the melody. Like, you kind of got spicy there. The reverse was nice. I didn't see it coming. That was great variation. It was beautiful. The drums were hitting. That was good. Goofy drill. Some of those 808 notes are just not it. Also, the pattern's not it. Yeah.
Lauren, you really don't have any more time for embarrassments.
Oren, this one's good. The other two, if the other two are better, we might throw those in for voting. Or one of them, I mean. I don't really have a complaint. Like, that's good. I think maybe you could turn the 808 up like half a decibel.
Lauren, you really don't have any more time for embarrassments.
I love this one. But here's my problem. I like the first one as a whole beat a little bit better. I like the melody on this one better. So that's my difficulty. This melody's better than this melody, but this beat's better than this beat. Does that make sense? I got hit with some good news, but I can't really share because it's like private information. That's why I was checking my phone. I felt like you edged me way too much. Like, personally, I feel beefed with because I thought there was gonna be this crazy drop. Didn't come. And I was like, okay. You started building up again. I was like, okay, there's gonna be another crazy drop. Let's go. It didn't come. And then it felt like it was building again. And it just didn't come. And then some like little 808 came in there. It's good, but you're mixing it like it's plug and B. And the 808's too quiet. You need to mix it like drill. And also treat the arrangement a bit more like drill. You know? And this is what I mean about the whole I'm pinning this one, by the way. This is what I mean about, like, I forget what I'm saying. This is what I mean. Yeah, this is what I mean about you being away from drill for too long. You're treating it like it's plug and B or something else. This dude for real got the whole like default SoundCloud message. We didn't get to the drums. Some of the notes are off. The melody kind of sounded weird. Kind of sounded like one of my first beats, to be honest with you. You have full beats again. I hope this you like your beats long. Why? Why do they need to be this long? That lead is atrocious. You have the same issue of everything just being too quiet. The lead was just not it. Don't do that lead. Please.
Really don't have any more time for.
Listen, I just want y'all to know. I know when I'm gonna get trolled at this point. Because y'all don't do this for beats that are serious. Y'all only do this for like jokes that are memes. I saw it coming. All right, that's all I gotta say. It started hard, but goddamn, goddamn. All right, Faded Wave said I have to keep playing. I listened to Faded Wave. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn little ass on.
I wasn't even gonna unmute, but damn. You want me to play it from the beginning? I'll play it from the beginning. It's good. I don't really have anything negative to say. Um, if you want me to say something negative, I physically cannot. Like, it's good. The patterns are good. Everything's good.
Hey, Dyer, this some fire.
This feels like a weird mix-up of stuff. Like, you got some plug and B stuff going on here. But the 808 sounds like a Juice World type beat 808. I don't know how I feel about it. The 808 pattern's a little too crazy. Yeah, let's be a little more respectful. Like, who put these? Kip? This Kip dude, we gonna have to time you out. How do I time someone out? Where's Kip? Kip, we gonna have to time you out if you keep this up. I'll give you one pass. This is like a verbal warning. I don't even know if you're here, but we're gonna... Yeah. Y'all be going crazy with this. This one's cool. I think this is your better lo-fi beat. There's like a weird rhythm though at some parts, but it kind of fits the genre. This dude wrote me an essay. I didn't read it. I think the melody's good on this. I think the drums are a little simplistic, which, based on what you're saying here, that I actually did read, it feels like you went a little too simple, but it's still solid. I'd also turn everything up a little, like a tiny bit. This one kind of has the same mixing problem, like everything's too quiet. The melody gets way too repetitive though. Again, same thing, it's just too quiet. I don't really like the 808 sample. I'd probably use a different 808 sample. Yo, we got the most mature community out there. Everything's good, but the open hat's like weird rhythmically. Like I would put it on a different beat. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. Sample used, I'm gonna have to skip it. Just because there's a sample, I'm sorry.
Pick up the pace, so she.
Yo, the drums are hard. You have some like very painful frequencies in the melody that you could EQ out or just use a different sound for. We got Locke. We got to prepare ourselves emotionally to listen to Locke's beats.
Hey yo, lock it up. Hey man, if it ain't doing it, ain't music.
So if y'all don't know, Locke makes melodies. Typically, he doesn't do drums. And no offense to Locke, this is his own words. He's not as good at drums as melodies. I would love to see him. All right, we're banning Kip. Can someone ban Kip from the server? I could do it. I could do it. Just at this point, nah. I told you. I gave you a warning. And that's too far. Let me ban Kip real quick. I'm gonna do it on my phone. I'm sorry, Kip, but nah. We can't tolerate this. I already seen it. You can't hide it. Come on, bro. Just nah. Come on. Let's not do that. You're banned from the server. I'm sorry, bro, but nah, let's relax. Yeah, we don't do slurs. That was too far. I'm fine with jokes, but slurs aren't jokes. We don't do that.
Ever you sauce this one.
Hey yo, lock it up.
You know what though? If y'all had submissions after Kip, your submissions just moved up in the line. The loop on this is fire. Whenever I hear Locke's tag, I get hyped. I think though the drums on these both are a bit iffy. Like just at some sections it feels a little off.
Valentine, this shit go crazy. Dr. J got me right. Hey yo, lock it up.
I feel like the melody's a little too loud on this. Melodies are all fire though. feel like the melody on this is a little basic. The drums are okay. They're just kind of mixed, iffy. Is good. I just the first lead kind of gets a little too repetitive for me. I don't know. I don't. Some notes just aren't it. Chuck, what did you do on this? I'm very curious. Chuck, please, please tell me what you do. Please, Chuck, please. Wait, you didn't put yourself on this one? Yo, Chuck is not involved. I'm confused. Yo, Chuck's saying he's not involved in this at all. I really want to know. Please. Chuck, what did you do? Please, Chuck. He put you in the title. He tagged you and everything. Chuck, you're involved at this point. You're part of the crime. You deleted your YouTube and Discord. Wait, Chuck, why did you delete your Discord? Also, why did you delete your YouTube? You just need to delete the one video. Okay, you did drums. Okay, I was curious. This is very chill though. This is very lo-fi, very chill. It's cool. I don't really have too many complaints. It's cool. I feel like what you did with the sample you chopped up there kind of gets weird. The drums are iffy. I would have used a different sample for the 808 at least. Yeah. Oh, he deleted this one too. There we go. We got the real submission 3. Yo, this man, this man sent in this. It's all good, bro. It's all good. We all make mistakes. All right, though. I really want to say, let's just lay off Chuck. We'll leave him alone. It's all good. It's all good. Life happens.
Yo, shut the fuck up, Arrows.
I feel like the slide's kind of weird, and I also feel like the melody gets a little too repetitive. But like you have a lot of good things here. This dude is allergic to titling his beats. Yo, the mixing on your drums is just not it. Your 808 is like super quiet. Your 808's quieter than your hi-hat. You need to turn that up. I don't really like the hi-hat sample on this one. The kick and the 808 are clashing. You could fix that with phase lining or EQ slotting. Mixing on this is a bit better. I would have turned, or not turned, I would have changed the kick sample. I don't really get the point of the guitar initially because it's a whole different beat once it drops. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I can't open this because it'll mess up the stream, so only YouTube, SoundCloud, and just dropping the file in are accepted. This is your first beat that you've ever finished, W. Let's give it a listen. I mean, there's potential there for sure. The melody has some weird notes that are going on with the chord as well as like the counter melody thing you got going on there. The drums are kind of like mixed in there weirdly. If it's what you're going for, it's what you're going for. First time trying to drill. We got a lot of firsts here. We got a first beat and a first drill beat.
Baby, that shit crazy.
Yo, the notes that the 808s are playing are just off. The mixing's a little weird on the drums. You should probably turn some of that stuff up. And maybe use like you have like a hi-hat in there. Use an accent snare instead. You got M song, W. Miss you, M song.
M-Song made this beat?
I like the melody until like that higher pitch part comes in. I feel like it's a little painful on the ears. I would have used a different 808 for sure. But other than that, like it's pretty solid.
M-Song made this beat?
Yeah, I did not know pinning it would stop the whole beat. My biggest complaint with this is the kick. I feel like the kick's too loud and the 808's too quiet. And they could mesh together a bit better.
Hey, Aaron, you crazy?
Yo, Arrow definitely got tips on this from Saint Zark or Orin. One of the two. This is hard. This is very hard. That drop was clean. I like that. It's my pleasure, M Song. I'm glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. You got exams or did you finish exams? I hope you finished them and they all went well though. This is really cool, but it's like a spoopy vibe. I don't know if that's what you're going for, but it's got like a spoopy vibe. It's cool in that sense. Also, the dude who made the Tame Impala beat, your drums should be mixed a little bit more like this. I think the melody on this is pretty good. Oops. Press the button I didn't mean to press. No comment. No comment at all.
Pick up the pace, Zorshi.
I mean, this is cool. A little bit on the basic side. I feel like the drums did go crazy there for a bit. The open hat's a little bit too loud. I just really want an explanation for the title. This would be like in a Sonic game. A bro sending beats from Snapchat. Dude's giving us teasers. I don't know what to say to that. You said to start it from 50 seconds. I'll do exactly as you wish.
With a presentation, already in new clothes, there was no hesitation. This bitch waste no time, yeah, she love the situation. Time don't exist over here. We gon' fuck your bitch over here. They say they got sticks over there, but we ain't felt shit over here. Time don't exist over here. We gon' fuck your bitch over here. They say they got sticks over there, but we ain't felt shit over here. We the money by the boatload. Big bro, we shotting on for the kill. New swag, it gone solo.
I mean, the dude's voice, he's enunciating a little too much. And the kick kind of sounds a little weird at points. Yo, the drums are so quiet on this. I thought it was like intended to be for the intro, but I think it's just like the whole song. Yeah. Also, the piano reminds me of Maple Story. And I don't think that's necessarily a good thing for what you were going for, but it gives me like a Maple Story vibe. Mix on this is better, the melody's better. The 808's just playing some notes that are not it. I like that transition at the beginning was kind of weird. But it was like a cool weird, you know what I mean? Ben. This image is like weirdly edgy. Here's my issue. I thought this was going somewhere, but it kind of just has the drums doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Yeah, beat submissions end. You can't submit no more beats. But it just kind of felt like it was going endlessly. And it needs to drop, or it needs to have something happen, you know? I think for this, like, you have some really good stuff here. Like, the melody's solid, the 808's hitting nice. I like the 808 pattern, but I feel like the hi-hat pattern's just a little underwhelming for me. Like, I feel like you could add more bounce with the hi-hat pattern, and it just feels like the bounce is missing a bit. But we got a lot of drill tonight. I don't even know why there's so much drill going on.
Pirate swing, I hop out and chop man's hat. Them boy love talk on the net, but live in the flesh, them man turn flash. What's the angle? Show me now. Wet, make man drown. If I see that pagan, 100% I will back it out. Tries that Dutch and speech. It's a one man step I do with bro, my slam, my fucking ski. Ghosty make the dot beat. Please, you don't wanna come with cheese. You might step all twos or fours, make them ting hot spool like tea. Oh.
I mean, this is good. It just feels a little bit basic. Like, there's not too much happening with the beat.
Red made this.
Yeah, I really don't like this open hat. Oh, my bad. I didn't even realize that. We're gonna have to time him out then. Sorry, bro. I'll wait till it gets confirmed. I'll have to just edit it out. But yeah, the hi-hat, the open hat in this is way too terrible. I hate the sample. Okay. Mans for real said beat to win it all.
It's lit, fam. Dab. Collab, bro. Dab. Check out my SoundCloud. Dab. 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 Pass the lean. Dab. Dab.
That's a 10 out of 10. Also, yo, shout out to James. I used to work with this dude in a pizza shop.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James.
I think there's a lot of good things here. I don't really like the 808 sample though. I would definitely use a different 808 sample in this. Just because it's not really there. This would have been perfect if you just didn't have the kick. I feel like the kick kind of ruined it a little bit. Your melody's a bit too loud. The 808 and the kick just kind of get overlapped by it. And the kick and 808 don't really mesh well. Yeah. That's all I gotta say, I guess.
Yo, Zora. I see beats, baby.
It sounds like your 808's just playing notes that it shouldn't. The drums on this aren't really hitting. Melody's pretty basic. I don't like the let me say that again. I don't like the clap sample at all. I really like the melody on this. I think you did great with the melody. I think the drums aren't hitting right. Like the 808 and the kick just aren't there.
That's no fair. You always take all the action. When are you gonna give me a chance?
I love the chorus.
I don't really like this. I think some of the notes, like with the 808, just don't sound right with the melody. The vocal isn't really mixed in there nice. It sounds muddy to me.
Hey yo, lock it in.
Nah, that kick is terrible. That kick is a disservice to humankind. The way that kick is just destroying the 808 from being good is sad because there's a lot of potential here. Nah. Whoever did the drums on this, tell them that kick ain't it.
Hey yo, lock it in.
I don't think we need to spam the bed creaking sound like that.
Hey yo, lock it in.
drilled switch doesn't happen here. I'm turning this off. Deleting it. I'll be honest, I think it's good, but the 808 in the beginning was just, it was a little overpowered by the melody. Like, I don't know if the melody was just too loud or if the 808 was too quiet. The slides on the drill 808 were kind of goofy. Other than that, like, the melody's crazy. All three of these melodies are crazy. Locke does not disappoint with melodies. But the people, like, I'm assuming these are the people doing the drums. Tell them to step it up or something. You're carrying the beats with the melodies. The 808 on this is kind of goofy too. It's all over the place. It's just everywhere.
This beat is a demo for C.
This beat is a demo for sale.
That tag's goofy.
This beat is a demo for sale.
Genuinely unlistenable simply because of the tag. I'm sorry. But you need to change that tag. Your 808 is like absurdly quiet and weirdly in the background. And just the mix in general could be better because of that. I'm not going to play these if the tag's everywhere.
This beat is a demo for sale.
This beat is a demo.
Nah. This beat is a demo for sale. Nah, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, like, I'm so sorry, but nah. Nah. Yeah, the drum mixing is terrible on this. I think your 808's just way too weirdly in the back. Pretty much all your drums are like drowned out a bit by your melody. They should be sitting a little bit more above that. That'll clean it up. Your 808's playing some notes that are a little bit too high as well. You had me until you paused for like way too long. Like if it was just a little bit shorter, would have been better. And then this acapella is too loud. We won't get to the drop because it'll take too long. I don't really like the melody on this. It sounds a little bit too detuned for me. I would hope for like a Suicide Boys hard type beat that the 808 would be way more hitting. So I'm not really a fan of the 808 sample. Someone said that they don't really feel like the vocal acapella is mixed very well. I feel like it's okay. Edge Runners. I think this has like a similar issue to the previous one. The drums just aren't really it. The samples for these drums are actually not something I really like at all. And the mix on them is a little wonky. I think the melody's okay on this. Like it's got a nice ambience to it. The lead's cool. I just really don't like your kick. Like the kick is just I don't know. I don't know. The kick sounds kind of like some weirdness going on. Doesn't go well with the 808. Also, the dude who had the tag everywhere, you said you resubmitted. I'll check it out once we get to the end. Tasting color and seeing sound. Yo, y'all be submitting hella beats. This took too long to get where it's going, but once it got there, it's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I will check it out once we get to the end. But yeah. We're gonna start going a little bit faster. Because there's so many still. This is good, but I would have used a longer 808. The 808 just feels a little bit too short. It's weird because now it feels like the 808's too long, and I don't really like the mixing on the drums on this one. Bro, this is the exact same beat. I feel like your 808 hits at some weird moments. Like that second 808 in the pattern was kind of wonky. I don't really like the mixing on this 808. I feel like it's a little quiet and a little bit too distorted. This is hard. My one complaint is that like snare perk sound you have there is a little bit loud, but I'm gonna throw this in with the voting because I do like it. I think it's a cool vibe. I can't open this.
Yo, shut the fuck up, Arrows.
Yeah, I think the 808 on this just isn't it. Like it feels like it goes too low at some points. But everything else is pretty fine with that.
Faded, this shit wavy.
Let's run it up.
Yeah, I've listened over a minute. I feel like it was good. I just didn't really like to switch up in the melody a whole lot. I would have put it in like if into voting if the switch up wasn't like that. I just kind of killed the vibe for me. Again, we can't open this. I don't know what you're asking. I didn't even see that message till now. Your melody's way too quiet. I would take out the kick as well. The kick doesn't fit. And typically Rage doesn't even have kicks. I don't really like this melody. I don't really think it fits with Rage. I'm assuming you're going for Rage. Yeah, I know, but dude said this is a yeet beat here. You know what I mean? Bro just dropped a loopman loop.
Infamous.
The melody's fine. I think my biggest problem with this is the drums. Like the 808 just isn't it. Like patterns iffy. The notes it's playing is iffy. The rest is okay. No, we don't do that. We got to yours. We're gonna get back to yours too. Without the tags once we get there. I don't really know. Melody was not it. The bass was not it. Bass sound goofy. The melody sound goofy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to skip this because this got taken down. I don't trust it. I'm sorry, Chuck. I'll listen to it later. I promise you. I will listen to it later. Send it to me privately if you're still here, Chuck. If not, I'll literally listen to it on my own time.
Immoral, wake up.
This is hard. I think the sample was a bit too loud, like the vocal that you had there. All right, Chuck, I'll trust you. If this goes badly, though, just remember, I will remember. I think the melody's fire. I think though the 808's playing notes that are just too high. And it feels like the 808's kind of missing the bass part of it. What is this picture? What is this? What are all these pictures?
Me, I want what's coming to me.
Oh, well, what's coming to you?
The world should go. and everything in it.
We're missing the action.
Oye, sabrosura.
This is a sample. I think the issue here is the vocal mixing. It's just too quiet. Doesn't really sit in with the beat nicely. It definitely could sit better. I really feel like you're overusing sounds. Like you got too much going on. We started with the Roblox death noise. 808 Mafia thing came in 12 times, maybe 14. I couldn't keep track because it was so many times. Honestly, I didn't even get to hear the beat. It was just so much. And then 3 cars drove by. I don't even know what's going on. Kick and 808 are clashing very hard. Mix is like really weird on this. The snaps are terrible. I don't like the sample. The snap sample. And the weird vocal you have in here kind of sounds like it's just not in key at times. It's just off. I think this is good. You have a lot of good stuff here. It just, I wanted it to drop a bit more. It kind of just transitioned and we acted like nothing really happened, but a lot happened. So I think this is good, but you could improve it a little bit. Mainly from like an arrangement standpoint. Yeah, the kick sample is kind of goofy. It also kind of clashes a little bit with your 808. Honestly, bro, I was gonna pin it, but the transition wasn't it. It had a lot of potential. I really like Pink Pantheress. I feel like if you step it up just a little bit with your arrangement transitions, you're golden. your melody's just strange to say the least. It sounds weird. And the mixing is just, it could use a lot of improvement for the mixing. I think the mixing has a lot of problems. Some things are way too loud, some things are way too quiet. Just the open hats, I think alone are just very very loud. I mean, there's a lot of potential here. This is cool. The brass definitely should have gone up at some point. It's cool, but I feel like you could have added more variation to it. You added like one note on the fourth bar, just chopped up, kind of. I feel like you could have messed around with that a bit more. Other than that, it's fire. That would have taken it up a lot, honestly. Y'all read this. That's all you got to know. You had me until the lead. I liked where it was going. I just didn't see it going in that direction. Also, I'm not a really big fan of the 808. It just, I don't know, the 808's just not cutting through as much as I'd hoped. I don't really see Ken Carson on this. I'm confused because it sounds like I'm in the wrong room listening to this beat. Like I feel like I'm in the bathroom and this beat's playing outside the bathroom and it's like extremely spacious. Like there's a reverb everywhere. I don't know. This has a lot of potential too. You have a lot of good things, my guy. You have a lot of good things going for you. It's just the mix on this isn't it. The drums are just, they're too quiet, they're drowned out. The 808 alone is just like, where is it? Because it's so behind the rest of it. Melody's fine, a little plain. The 808 slide's kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of it. I think your drum mixing needs work for sure. I would also just recommend you use better samples. These samples for your drums, I hate them. The 808 sample is a disservice to you The open hat doesn't sound good. The hi-hat's okay, I guess. I love you too.
Sauce, ain't talking about a layup. Told the niggas see you later. These niggas don't wanna fade up, but my niggas spanking the bank up.
The vote will be after the stream in the Discord server. I'll ping everyone. It'll be in announcements. So yeah. Ooh. Yo, this chair kind of hurts after a while. I didn't really like the vocals on this. The beat's iffy for me, but it's not a problem. It's fine. I just didn't like the vocals a whole lot. Yeah, it's super late. Most of the world is asleep right now. I think this is really relaxing. It's super chill. I just think the kick sample could be a bit better. By the way, we are definitely going to change the rules for the next time this comes around. We're going to adjust things. This was like a little test with the rules. I'm a bit confused. It sounds like everything's just muffled when the 808 comes in. Like everything just disappears, and the 808 just kind of lacks some level of high end. I get more critical as the beat review goes on. I've noticed that. This is fine. The whole mix is a little bit quiet. The 808 sample I'm iffy on. Yo, bro just spammed the Minecraft sounds at the beginning. I don't even have anything else to say other than that. Yo, Egg, I don't know if you're watching this, but you are very talented and you make something very different from what most of the submissions are. This has like a weird video game vibe to it, which is really cool. I feel like this could be like in a fight scene in some like 8-bit kind of video game or borderline in like an old anime. Don't worry, the vote will run for like 12 hours, 24 hours. I'm gonna figure it out. You'll see it in the announcements. I don't like the kick sample. I didn't expect it to take this turn, like a reggaeton turn. I just don't really feel like it fits, but it's still pretty good. Y'all, before you go, we got one more Bob Raja beat here. My hat just hit the mic, my bad.
Come back, AGP.
Cause I'm winning lately. I only care about it, but they won't kill me lately. I know that they talking, they play.
Alright, we gotta move on, but still. Love Bob Raja.
Come back, AGP.
There are 8 billion people buying.
Bruh. Valid. It's still valid, I don't care. Yeah, there's like a 900% chance that that's sampled. I don't know why, I'm just gonna say it just so we can move on. There's gotta be a bigger chance that this one's sampled too. Kick's kind of goofy, the 808's drowned out by the melody. Use a different kick, please. This is the melody's cool. I don't like the drums though. The drums are weird on this. They're just not there. They're not it at all. You need to fix those sample wise and mix wise on the drums. Some of the 808 notes are just way too high. I really dislike that initial lead. Ooh. Same kind of thing goes for the drums on this one as well. In the higher notes there, the kick and the 808 don't mesh very well, they clash. Some of the hi-hats just feel really off. Other than that, though, there's a lot of good stuff here.
I would like to introduce.
Some of those 808 notes definitely sound off to me. Could just be the sample, but some of them just sound off.
Jeremy.
Yeah, this is definitely fire. I think though you went a little too hard with the perks. Like if a rapper were to rap on it, it might be a little bit too busy with all the perks going on, but it is good. Yeah, I don't really like the 808 pattern on this. The initial 808 was a little quiet. This one, I just didn't really like the pattern.
Jeremy.
You have a lot of good stuff going on in your beats, but I think the mixing kind of holds you back here. Like the 808 is just too far back in the mix. It's a little bit quiet, and the clap is just really, really, really loud. Definitely doesn't need to be like that, but pretty solid still. Thanks, King. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got a serious question. Do y'all want me to take my hat off because you think I'm bald or some shit? Like, genuine question. I'm very curious. I've gotten this many times. I'm just curious. Because I have a lot of hair. I'm currently growing my hair out. And that's like why I'm wearing a hat, just so it doesn't get in my face as much. Honestly, I think this is good. I think the 808's a little bit too quiet at some points, but that's pretty much it. I don't know what type of file this is. This is cool, but I don't know. I don't really know where it fits in the genre of things, but it's cool. I think it's got a lot of potential. And this is the last submission because we stopped taking submissions at 11. So here we go.
Magic on the beat.
I think this is cool. I don't really like the hi-hat you're using. I would maybe do it a bit different. I'd use an accent snare actually. And yeah, Bozy, I know it's not a beat. It's I'll play some more of it actually if you want. Like it kind of sounds like video game music to a level, but also not at the same time. That's why I'm like confused. Because even as like a song, I don't know what genre of music it would fit into. Facts, I forgot about that. You said 11:51. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that. 11:51. We got some scrolling to do. Here we go. You know, I think there's a lot of good stuff here. I don't like how distorted the 808 is. And I think some of the notes that the 808 is playing are kind of not it. Other than that, like it's pretty solid. I like the patterns for the rest of the drums. I think this is good. I know there's a conversation chat about going on right now about like super bassy music. And I think this is kind of the importance of like genres to a degree. Like every genre has their own, not necessarily set of rules, but their own styles. You know, in trap music, typically your bass is a bit more loud. And I think this is a great segue into this. I think the bass of this, the 808, could be a bit louder. You know, and for these, I kind of take them a bit more genre specific. Like for example, someone submitted like a Tame Impala beat and they mixed it more like a trap beat, and I brought that point to them. So I think that's just something to keep in mind. I think the kick and the 808 don't really mesh too well together. I'd probably use a different kick sample. I think you overused the bell, or not the bell, the cowbell, I mean. And I don't necessarily see this kind of fitting in as like a little Uzi XO Tour Life type of beat. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say for that. But still, like, it's pretty solid. I like what you did with the drums on this one a bit. But anyways, that is gonna wrap up stream. This has been a very long stream. Thank you all for submitting. Voting will probably start shortly after. I have to type all that stuff out and then share all the beats in it and all that good stuff. But anyways, thank you for coming. That's gonna be all until next beat review stream. And have a great holiday, because Christmas is coming up, like the Christmas holidays. I know not everyone celebrates it. Still, most places in North America will give you a holiday for that. So enjoy your holidays. Have a great rest of your evening, morning, night, whatever time of day it is for you. Peace.